Nah, that can't be the culmination of your tournament experience, Tracy.
I hope not. I hope not. But you know, this is we're gonna have to find out tomorrow, guys. So it's a little bit of a cliffhanger for you. Tracy's letting you know, hey, you gotta see, am I gonna show up? Am I not gonna show up? I mean, we have Andy's opponent that didn't show up. So you know, he's basically getting a bye essentially.
You know what? Fiesel just threw that out there. If you're here, Tracy, we could do one more. We can do it tonight. And then...
Oh, the showdown. I like that. Man.
You know, I can't commentate that
now one. There's no excuses. I'll commentate that one. Oh, no. We have a death by Zigouigoui. Man.
Right
not
off the
there.
start.
Not there.
That's so painful.
That's 40 seconds right there, ladies and gentlemen. Cartina has a huge lead. So now Zigouigoui's got to be hoping that WoW Classic did not help Cartina and that he's just going to fail somewhere down the line. But, man, brutal death. Do not want to see that.
No, that one's a rough one. Well, I mean, WoW skills working out for Cartina. that was a pretty fluid stage 1 for the most part.
All right, so we're still waiting to hear back on Tracy, on whether he's going to accept the challenge of tonight. Oh no!
The mouse leg.
Get out of there! Get out of there, Zigouigoui! Thank God. All right, Zigouigoui has clutched it out and made it to that next screen despite being chased by what seemed like infinite rats. He's able to get through. Meanwhile, Cartina with a solid lead. And Fiesel pointing out the meme of dying in that first screen.
Oh man, it's so painful.
It's not the meme we want, but it's the meme we have.
Yeah, no, I feel your pain there, dude. Like, I first jump on the second one. The second climb I died. Ooh, and he took a death on the first boss too. Maybe some tournament jitters here.
Could be. See, now Zarilla is making some excuses. He's like, well, Tracy might still have to play tomorrow if he plays tonight. But think how awesome that would be, Tracy, if you bop Dave out of his own tournament and then you're just like, I can't, I can't go. I mean, people would probably not be thrilled about it, but if you have something that some vendetta against Dave.
Well, if you're free now, we're technically a little bit ahead of schedule because a couple of people didn't show up. So if you're free now, we can do our match now, and then if you lose, you don't have to worry about it. If you win, then just don't go to work tomorrow.
Nah, you gotta call in sick, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, we've got Cartina on into Zone D. Zigouigoui again. He's very far behind because of that tragic death in Stage 0. So that leads me to think: has Zigouigoui been playing lately at all?
I did follow him. I haven't seen a lot of practice, but at the same time, he hasn't really streamed a lot that much too. So
Cartina was just in a troublesome situation there, got himself out. That was kind of clever. He actually had only 1 HP and he was having trouble getting under that spinner enemy. So eventually he was just like, you know what, there's a box here. I'm going to grab that. We're going to get past this guy no matter what.
Yeah, and that actually worked out because when those guys are spinning, I don't think they have a hitbox, right?
Oh, no. Cartina, be careful. Yes, that is correct. Oh, Cartina takes a death. So now this is an opportunity for Zigouigoui to catch up a little bit here. He's not fully caught up, but now our runners are at least close to each other. They're going to probably be in the same screen at the same time in a few moments here as Zigouigoui makes his way towards D2. Cartina has to be careful, though, as he died here, so now he's taking it less safe. And actually, but he did not. Oh, now he has to take the ball boost. He has no choice. He tried to throw the box at the switch. He missed. He eventually gets through, gets the second boost. Zigouigoui has full health. Don't get hit by the ball. He doesn't. He's on through. Is he going to turn this switch off? No. He's aggressively taking the damage boost. He doesn't need the health. Both of them on 1 HP as they head towards the robot. All right, it's going to be Cartina first. Let's see.
That robot's been giving a lot of people some trouble.
It has. Cartina with his third hit. Oh, and he takes a hit. The hitboxes are just so confusing, that little ball. So Zigouigoui catches up even more. He's able to finish the fight. But Zigouigoui now he gets stunned by the ball. Okay,
Wow,
he's got an
Matrix.
opportunity here. He's got an opportunity. Here come more balls. You got to hurry up, Zigouigoui. You got to get one more shot in there. It's too low. But he's safe. He gets hit again. Too high. There it is. Just in time. Zigouigoui was about to get hit and die again. But Cartina managed a decent enough fight on his second go-round. So he is actually now into a pretty solid lead going into F. But anything can happen. The way that these two have been playing so far, man, we could see some crazy, crazy stuff.
We actually coined a new strat term. If you kill the robot full screen almost like that, throwing the ball. We call it the Kobe. So,
we call it the what now?
the Kobe.
Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, so Cartina has made it up close to the top here. It's going to be pretty hard for him to die at this point. Meanwhile, Zigouigoui, yeah, get those jumps in there. You got to scroll that screen. Scroll that screen. All right, Zigouigoui also safe. So no crazy deaths there. We're going to get to catch our breath as we enter G. And Cartina was actually, did he just do a life check right now? I think Cartina just did a life check.
Maybe, yeah.
I think he might have been preparing to see, like, hey, do I need to get this 1-up at the end of G, which I haven't seen anybody go for, but there is a free 1-up at the end of G. If you're really, like, wanting to go a little bit out of your way, it probably costs about 2 seconds. Maybe 3 seconds, you can get a free 1-up.
One actually thing that I haven't seen in this tournament that I just saw Zigouigoui do is at the end of the bonus stage, he was kind of going inside and outside of the box. And just as he was coming outside of the box, he up-throwed, like he shot it with up and B. There is a way that you can do this. If you're hiding in a box and you get out of the box and on the same frame that you're coming out of the box, you up-throw, you can actually soft lock the game.
Oh boy. Somebody better tell him not to do that, man. He thinks he's just messing around in the bonus stage.
Yes, like Hart was beating there thinking that he was gonna like soft reset back to the title.
Oh jeez. That would be a nightmare.
Yeah, it happened to JC in the Big 20 where it just froze like that.
Oh man, brutal. Alright, so Cartina is done as Zigouigoui enters the boss fight. Be careful, there are spikes there. Alright, he's got the situation under control. Thankfully he had an extra health to spare. And the boss is down for Zigouigoui as well. And then we can see once again, Dale is giving the flowers to Gadget. And we're going to be on into H here shortly. Double Dale. This is like your worst nightmare right now, Dave. We have 2 Dale players at once. At least the only good thing for you is that one of them will be eliminated from the tournament. So that's one less Dale you have to worry about.
True. This is very true. I'm very curious in seeing Cartina's climb. I'm curious because Andy taught him Chippendale, so it looks like he's going right up the middle then.
Well, Andy's been talking about he uses the right side, strats.
Why would you do that, Andy? Why would you use the right side?
Because he's more used to it. I think when he first started doing that left side thing, he got the world record so fast that he never really like truly got it into his muscle memory. So I think for him, it's easier to do the other kill. And Zigouigoui going for a fast strat there, but Cartina's been pretty solid, man. He's had some shaky moments, but overall, like I'm pretty impressed with how he's played, given that he's been playing, just WoW.
Yeah, no, he's definitely doing pretty good, and Zigouigoui, like he's catching up in the sense that he took like 2 really major deaths there.
He kind of did. But probably not going to see any huge changes here. Ooh, Cartina taking the boost the wrong way, but he's able to get through. Now let's hope that Zigouigoui knows there's a health. That was a problem for Teeks last time. He didn't take the health that's in this box. So for everybody that's watching, make sure that you get this health. You don't want to subject yourself to any dangerous situations. And Cartina doesn't get it. Cartina could be putting himself at risk here.
Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting because that health grab is basically in your way, like it's forced.
Free, and we see that we do see that Zigouigoui did get it. So Cartina now is down to 1 health, so it's actually becoming relevant. Cartina has to avoid damage. Zipper's going to help him out for a little while, but after Zipper's gone, he's on 1 HP. He's got to do it on his own. Meanwhile, Zigouigoui at a 3 health, he's feeling just fine. Cartina able to clear the thumbtack section. It's going to come down to the boss. Don't get hit. He's got the first cycle. Needs 2 more hits. There's 1. There's 2. All right, nice quick kill. Cartina survives the Caterpillar. Meanwhile, Zigouigoui, did he get that 3rd hit in? I couldn't tell.
He did, yeah.
He did. Nice kill. Nice kill there. So this one's going to come down to Jay, guys. This one's been kind of crazy, but, you know, hey, Zigouigoui's still within striking distance here. It's not over yet.
No, one mistake on Jay will level it completely.
Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody's been making that mistake yet. You guys have heard us talking about it for the last, like, 5 hours, but, you know, I hope it doesn't happen to Cartina, but it has to happen to somebody eventually, right? Like,
no, apparently in a tournament setting, everybody is perfect at J.
And H. H and J. Nobody's going to die ever. It's just, yeah.
Get your PBs in now, literally, when you run these 2 stages in this tournament. Like,
right. It's impossible to die. So anyway, Cartina through the axis section. He's going to take the low route there. No need to get too risky. He's around the gators. He's going to refill his health, hopefully, as we get through this axe section up top. And there it is. He's back to full health. So he's just going to have to avoid taking 3 hits here, and he is going to take home game 1. Although Zigouigoui is kind of catching up a little bit.
Yeah, he's made really good traction back.
He did, but now he had some problem with his box throws. And Cartina is headed to the boss room. He's able to take it safe, go up top, and he's just got to take down Fat Cat. He's in a good position. There's 3, 4, and that's game. Cartina with an 11:32. Zigouigoui right behind him, taking a death though. I think he needs to work on his positioning there. There you go. Yeah, you want to go left. You want to go left after you get it. And 11:46, so only 13 seconds separated these guys, man. And like we talked about at the open of this match, their PBs are very close to each other, and it showed up in the race.
Yeah, and that 13 seconds finishing after basically a 40-second death is a pretty crazy. He got a lot of time back. Like, he did a really good job there.
That was something. So Cartina gonna go up 1-0 here, and he's got the opportunity to take this thing down. He would be facing again the winner of Mollyman and Moo Mooney, which I guess Moo Mooney won that one. Did Mollyman never show up?
Yeah, Mollyman had to work. Moo Mooney possibly had like the best place seed in this entire tournament. He very lucky. It's possible that he will.
Yeah, he's got 2 buys. He's into the he has not played a game, and he's going to get either Cartina or Zigouigoui, depending on how this match plays out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's literally right at the end and hasn't lifted a finger yet, so.
Man, I should just, can I be entered in the tournament and he has to play me to get to the top 8?
Sure, why not?
Oh, man. Free path to the top 8. All right, so we're going to have game 2 shortly here. These guys probably need to catch their breath after that. Was a bit of a crazy race, but I think for both of them, if they haven't been practicing a lot tonight, that was probably helpful to kind of get them back into the, like, okay, this is what I need to do for this situation. So hopefully we're going to see a little bit less in the way of mistakes in game 2.
Yeah, again, like as soon as people run it without any kind of major mistakes, it becomes even closer. So, and again, as I said, kind of like before I disappeared and came back or whatever, the mid kind of tiers or kind of like the mid seeds are the matches that I was really looking forward to the most, because we kept like all the seed information and time information, and quite a few people are literally like seconds apart. Like there was a huge chunk of seeds in there where it was like probably 10 people all with a PB separating them of like 12 seconds or something silly. So.
Yeah, it's definitely that kind of game, you know. Having the RNG manipulation makes it so that people are going to be much closer in their times based on the fact that it's just simply comes down to execution. And a lot of these stages are not like terribly difficult in terms of just like the basic execution of them. It just comes down to things like your movement speed. So on the climb coming up here, for instance, like Andy is going to climb so much faster than everybody else. You know, you may not notice it, but you know, he's probably gaining like at least, even against people that have good climbs, he might be gaining like 4 frames or more per jump, which adds up quite a bit.
No, it literally does. Like I've timed out. I sent that to you actually on Twitter a long time ago. Like Andy's H climb, and I could get 0.1 from Andy on his H climb.
Well, you should retime it now doing the left side climb.
I should.
You might be able to beat him because I am proudly. This is going to be not a humble brag. I have beaten Andy's right side climb, so I'm good on that. But no, for the most part, the climbs in stage 1, I can't come close.
No,
I
same
cannot
here.
come anywhere close to Andy on those climbs.
No, and just before you revert back to the race or whatever, it's the same here. Like, I'm 0.1 from at least the old timing in H, but when I timed it in the intro stage, I was so far away. Like, I lost anywhere from 0.5 to 0.7 on both climbs, like, compared to Andy.
And we were hoping that Zigouigoui wasn't not going to repeat the mistakes of game 1, but unfortunately had another death, got sent all the way back to the beginning, and he is going to be down huge yet again. Cartina not even paying attention. He was letting Fat Cat talk for a good few seconds there before he rolled the screen, but he's got a lot more time to give up than that. So Cartina with a big lead. He's looking for that top 8 spot. And Zigouigoui hopefully have a little bit easier time with the boss here.
That was the second rough start.
Yeah, second rough start in a row for Zigouigoui, man. That first stage is no joke, you know? I mean, you have the climb, which is tough, and then you get into that situation where, like, there's all those enemies, and, like, you're wanting to take damage boost to be fast, but then if you do and then something goes wrong, you're really in trouble because those enemies are just everywhere.
Yeah, no, that's completely true.
So we're going to see what's going to happen here, but he's going to need a lot of help from Cartina at this point. Cartina, I'm not sure if Cartina is a stream watcher, but if he is, then he's probably going to be taking some safer strats, would be my guess. And he gets a pretty solid kill on the spaceship, so no major errors there, and he's going to be on into Zone D. Meanwhile, Zigouigoui has to just kind of regroup, try to hold it together, you know, just play tight. All you can do now is just, you know, play your best, try to have a solid end game, and, you know, wish bad things upon your opponent.
Yeah, literally, voodoo has to be real.
Yes, it's the only way. But we'll see what happens. Zigouigoui is taking a bit of a slower kill here. He did not go for that second hit, but he does get the kill. So
you can tell actually, Cartina in general. I know he learned a bulk of Chippendale at ESA. I think Andy taught him then. But he only ran it. It's worth noting for I think less than a week.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't take a lot of attempts to get a reasonable time, I think.
Less than 50 apparently.
Well, I mean, granted, I practiced the other game, but the other you know, co-op. But yeah, I mean, I think it's the kind of game where like you can get sub 11 pretty quickly. For those of you out there that haven't played the game at all, like if you just wanted to get a sub 11 time, you could probably do that on your first or second stream of attempts learning the game. It's, you know, it's a pretty simple game. It's just hard to optimize. Once you start getting into that low 10-minute range, then that's when it becomes pretty difficult.
Yeah, it really does. Like the optimizations make it pretty painful sometimes, especially the closer you get to sub 10. Like you really start to feel your mistakes there.
And I think this is the kind of game also that's a good game if it's like your first speed run. If you've never done a speed run before, this is a really good one to start with because A, it's short, and B, it's very friendly in terms of like being picked up by a new player.
On top of that too, like one thing that I really want to shout out, like it has some of the best controls I think on NES. Like they're super responsive. I'm like actually really surprised too because like other Disney games like Little Mermaid are kind of clunky. But no, Chippendale has like super fluid controls.
It really does. No, I love the physics in the game. And Cartina getting lucky there with the fake floor. Oh my god. He was about to take a death there, and that actually would have been a fairly costly death because he was almost at the top. But again, like we said earlier, sometimes the floor will be the ceiling. So that was one of those cases where the pixels were just right, the height was just right, and it looked like he should have fell in the pit there, but nope, he was standing on the ceiling because NES.
Or Zigouigoui forgot his voodoo doll.
Apparently, yeah. So Zigouigoui gonna pick up a one up there. Not much consolation, but he is having a faster faster climb here. Much faster than Cartina's. Oh my god!
Wow.
Are
Cartina
you
forgot
serious? Wow, Zigouigoui also landing on the ceiling there. My goodness.
Wow, the floor is a lie. Literally.
Holy moly. So Zigouigoui did catch up there a little bit, and Cartina having some struggles. He's got to watch out. That Rhino's coming back for him. Rhino's a little too slow, though. Man, this is something else. So now this screen is a little tricky. It looks like these jumps should be totally free, but Cartina could get hit and take a death. So he's going a little bit slow here, which I think is wise. Definitely taking his time, making sure he clears all of those enemies because there's no more health. And then there's the one up top if you want to get that, which he doesn't need it. And he makes it to the boss, so he's at least safe in that regard. And he's going to be moving on to the end game here.
Very consistent, Cartina. That's what it stands for. Consistent cow. Consistent
cow. He is doing his things. Zigouigoui just with that unfortunate death in stage 1. I mean, that's like a 40-second death. He's in the lead if that death doesn't happen. I mean, that's really the difference that we're talking about here.
Ironically, Zigouigoui is really consistent as well, but that was a weird death to take twice in a row. But beyond that death, like there's not a lot of major errors or anything like that. He's
I think taking it the first time probably got in his head a little bit. I've been in races before where it's like, if you have a death, then you're thinking about it so much the next time that it almost messes you up just by the fact that you're thinking about it. And I've done that before myself. So I know exactly how he feels right now, man. It's one of the worst feelings. And all he can do right now is he just has to continue to play, hope that Cartina has something really tragic happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to be in one of the next 3 stages here. This end game is certainly a punishing area. But Cartina seems to be playing it safe. My guess is that he is stream watching, and he is down to 1 health right here, so you're going to be careful in this. And he takes a death, so that's going to be some time. It's not a huge one, but that's at least 20 seconds probably. So that's a free 20 seconds. Zigouigoui would be happy to take that. Now he's within striking distance, I would say.
Yeah, especially with J being J.
Yes, so that's that's the first death I've seen, at least in H. I don't know if there's been other ones, but that's the first one I've seen. And I really hope that we don't see the second one. Zigouigoui is on 1 health once again. Just got to hold it together for this screen, man. Keep yourself in the run. All right, he's looking good so far. I got a few more enemies to avoid. No Fear jumps the final enemy, and he has survived. So these guys are both going to be in the same screen at the same time for the first time in quite a while. In fact, since stage 1. So we do finally have ourselves a bit of a race. And this is the longest, well, one of the longest screens in the game anyway, just because of the fans. They make it so slow.
By fan technicality more so probably.
Yeah, I think it's actually the third longest screen in the game in terms of how much time you have to spend.
You definitely eat up a little bit of time there, because look, at 5, he started walking there. So you lose about 6 or 7 seconds. Ooh, that's a really big error there. But you lose about 6 or 7 seconds just walking into that fan.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just a painful stage. So Cartina is able to get through to the boss. He's got 2 health. In a pretty safe situation. Didn't get a real good hit on that first hit there, so he's not going to get... He is not only not going to get the 2 cycle, he has got to watch out. Don't get hit. Cartina 1 hit away from death, and he does get the end of the fight. So, a little bit more of an opportunity here for Zigouigoui. Can he capitalize if he gets that 2 cycle fight? He's probably catching up another 5 seconds, and then, anything can happen in J.
Well, Cartina proved very consistent last time, so...
He did, and now he is probably going to play it pretty safe, would be my guess. I believe that he is watching Zigouigoui's stream, and if he is, then he knows that all he has to do is just don't take a death, and he has moved on to the top 8. But that's easier said than done in this stage. Oh, he's going for the axe boost.
Man, those modified axe boosts terrify me. Like you can jump on the axe and then jump over those other axes without going in their hitbox at all. But I guess a lot of people have learned it that way, where they jump through the axe's hitbox like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think just that Axis section in general is pretty scary. But Cartina did indeed make it through, so you just got to take a couple more damage boosts. He's got the first one. He's throwing all kinds of boxes. All right, he's got 2 health. He's ready to finish this match off right here. He's got to get past this last enemy. He does so. He's got 2 health for Fat Cat. Gets himself positioned correctly, and he is 1 hit away. There it is, CartinaCow, 1107, and he has beaten Zigouigoui in 2 straight. He is on to the top 8. Zigouigoui, you got to feel for him because either of these matches, I think, we're going to see by the final time, if he had not had that death in the first stage, what would have happened. But, no.
And the death right at the end there.
Tragic death there for Zigouigoui.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
That's like a full minute loss, pretty much.
Yeah.
That one's probably one of the rougher ones that you can do.
Yeah, and that final section is just so crazy because there's so many enemies and those guys are throwing their hats at you. It's really a really terrible section. They made it very, very hard to get into Fat Cat's room intentionally. So
whoa,
wow, Zigouigoui barely getting that box in time, man. That gator was right on top of him.
Literally, Matrix Chipmunk.
Whew. All right, so is he gonna have a little bit of better luck this go round? He is almost back to the same section that had taken him out. He's got 2 health this time. He is cleared. Uh-oh. Look out now. All right, he's in there. Fat Cat. All right, he went left this time. No! Not again, dude. Don't worry, he's got plenty of lives. He's been collecting his lives in the bonus stage like a good chipmunk. Oh, we're going right side kill. Oh, man, just stay away. Those ashes have such a big hitbox. My gosh. Why did they make the hitbox on those ashes so huge?
They are awkwardly, like, they're not circles. Like, they do extend weirdly.
They're just big squares. They are huge squares, guys. So that's going to do it. That's Zigouigoui finishing things off in under 13 minutes, but not before Cartina was able to take it down. So I think that's going to be GG's for everyone.
No.
No?
Tracy and I will do it. We'll
oh, man. Challenge has been accepted. Yep. Tracy and Dave, you guys, we're getting a bonus match, and this is going to be one of the best matches of the night because we have 2 sub-10 players about to go at it. Dave, I will wish you good luck. You obviously can't do commentary at the same time, so I don't know if are we going to have somebody else jump back in here?
That's
or am I going solo? I can go either way, man. You let me know what's easiest.
All right, if Kat appears, she appears. If not, then you can do it solo. I'm not sure what she's doing right now and how she's setting up people. Or if Andy wants to jump back in, I don't know if he's too tired.
He might be asleep by now.
Yeah, but I'll get set up real quick and we can do this. And
yeah, get yourself set up, man. Good luck. This is gonna be a tough match.
Thank you, sir.